This video is based on the teachings of Robert Greene, author of the book, The 48 Laws of Power, a book designed to show people what personal qualities they must have to achieve power. It offers a practical method for anyone who wants to achieve power. The work contains themes and elements of The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli and has been compared to the classic The Art of War. The truth is that many hate it and many love it, but an unquestionable fact is that we must always keep an open mind. The ideas presented in this book are very valuable and can be easily applied in life. Law number 1, never overshadow your boss. Always strive to make those who are hierarchically above you feel comfortable with a sense of superiority. Do not allow your desire to please or impress them to induce you to flaunt your talents and your ability, as this may generate an effect opposite to that desired, namely inspire fear or insecurity in your superiors. Always make them seem brighter than they really are, and you will access the summit of power. Law number 2, never trust your friends. Too much. Learn to use your enemies. Be wary of friends, as they are usually the first to betray you, easily falling prey to envy. They also tend to become disrespectful and tyrannical. On the other hand, employ whoever has been your enemy, and he will be more loyal to you than a friend, as he will have to make greater efforts to demonstrate his loyalty. The truth is that you should fear your friends more than your enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to create them. Law number 3, conceal your intentions. Disconcert people and keep them in as much ignorance as possible without ever undermining the purpose of your actions. If they have no idea what it is that you want to achieve, it will be impossible for them to prepare a defense. Lead them down the path of false assumptions. Wrap them in a cloud of smoke, and you will see that when they finally realize your true intentions, it will be too late for them. Law number 4, always say less than necessary. When trying to impress people with words, keep in mind that the more you say, the more vulnerable you are. Powerful people impress and intimidate by their silence. The more you talk, the greater the risk of saying something stupid. Law number 5, seek attention at any price. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is not seen does not count. Never accept being lost in the anonymity of the crowd or buried by oblivion. Put all your strength into standing out. Become a magnet that concentrates the attention of others by showing yourself bigger, more attractive, and more mysterious than the great, shy, and anonymous mass. Law number 6, get others to work for you but never stop taking the laurels. Use the intelligence, knowledge, and physical work of others to promote your cause. This kind of help will not only allow you to save a lot of time and energy, but will give you a divine aura of speed and efficiency. In the long run, your collaborators will be forgotten, and everyone will remember you. Never do what others can do for you. Law number 7, danger of contagion. Avoid losers and the unhappy. The misfortune of others can lead to death. Moods are as contagious and toxic as infectious diseases. Even if you feel that you should lend a hand to someone who is sinking, it will only accelerate your own downfall. Losers are often the architects of their own misfortune and end up passing it on to those who want to help them. Avoid them and instead seek winners and happy individuals. Law number 8, make people depend on you. To maintain their independence, it is essential that others love and need you. The more they trust and depend on you, the more freedom you will have. Make people depend on you to achieve their happiness and prosperity, and you will have nothing to fear. Never teach others enough so that they can get by without your help. Law number 9, when asking for help, do not appeal to people's compassion or gratitude, but to their selfishness. If you need to resort to the help of an ally, do not bother to remind him of the support you gave him in the past or of his good deeds. The past is ignored and forgotten. On the other hand, when formulating your request for collaboration, you must demonstrate elements that will benefit the other person. Your opponent will respond enthusiastically to your request when they detect the benefit that could be gained. Law number 10, use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much supply lowers the price. The more you are seen and heard, the less necessary you will be. If you have already asserted your position within a given group, a temporary departure will cause you to be talked about more and even admired. You must learn when to walk away. Remember that scarcity of a resource increases its value. Law number 11, know who you are dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. There are many different kinds of people in the world, and you cannot assume that they will all react the same way to your strategies. There are certain people who, if you manipulate or deceive them, will spend the rest of their lives seeking revenge. They will be wolves in sheep's clothing from the moment of the offense. Choose your victims and your opponents carefully and never offend or deceive the wrong person. Law de la number 12, concentrate your forces. Conserve your strength and your energy by keeping them concentrated at your strongest point. You will gain more by discovering a rich deposit and exploiting it at depth than by moving from one poor deposit to another. Intensity always triumphs over dispersion. When looking for sources of power that can promote you, always try to find the unique key pattern, the cash cow that you can milk for a long time. Law number 13, try to recreate yourself permanently. Do not accept the roles that society has imposed on you. Be a new identity that attracts attention and never bores the public. Be the owner of your own image instead of allowing others to define it for you. Incorporate dramatic elements in your gestures and public actions, and your power will be reinforced, and your personality will grow in an astonishing way. Law number 14, bold to take action. If you feel insecure about a certain course of action, do not try it. Your doubts and hesitations will be transmitted to the execution of the plan. Shyness is extremely dangerous. It is best to face every action with boldness. Any mistake you make for being bold will be easily corrected by more boldness. Everyone admires the bold. No one honors the timid. Law number 15, control the options. Make others play with the cards you deal. The best deception is the one that appears to offer options to the other. Your opponents feel that they control the situation, but in reality, they are nothing more than puppets in your capable hands. Present options that are always favorable to them, regardless of which one they choose. Force them to adopt the lesser of two evils, and make either of the two choices work out in your favor. Make whatever alternative your rivals choose harm them and benefit you. Law number 16, play with people's fantasies. Often the truth is avoided because it is usually hard and unpleasant. Never resort to truth or reality unless you are willing to face the anger that disillusionment generates. Life is hard and problematic, and appealing to the fantasies of the masses is an immense source of power. Law number 17, discover the Achilles heel of others. Every individual has a weak point, a crack in the wall that surrounds his fortress. Usually that weakness is something that causes him insecurity, or an emotion or a need that overwhelms him. It can also be a small secret pleasure. Whatever it is, once you have discovered that weakness, you will be able to use it as an element of pressure that you can handle at will, and of course, always in your favor. Law number 18, act like a king to be treated as such. Your way of acting will determine how others will treat you. In the long run, a vulgar or common presence will make people lose respect for you. A king respects himself and inspires the same feeling in others. By adopting an attitude of kingliness, showing confidence in your own power, you will achieve that they consider you destined to wear a royal crown on your head. Law number 19, master the art of opportunity. Never show that you are in a hurry, since haste reveals a lack of control over time and over your own actions. Always show yourself patient, as if you knew that, in time, all your wishes will be fulfilled. Become a specialist in the art of detecting the opportune moment for each thing. Discover the spirit of the current times and the tendencies that will lead you to power. Learn to stay on the lookout when the opportune moment has not arrived, and to strike hard when the opportunity is propitious. Law number 20, despise the things that you cannot obtain. Ignoring them is the best revenge. By giving attention to a trivial problem, you make it real and give it importance. The more attention you give to an enemy, the more you strengthen it. Sometimes it is best to let certain things go altogether. If there is something you want but cannot get, belittle it. The less interest you show, the more superior others will see you. Law number 21. Think as you please but behave like everyone else. If you flaunt your unconventional ideas and unorthodox attitudes, people will think you are just looking for attention, and others will find ways to punish you by making you feel inferior. It is much safer to blend in with the masses and adopt a certain common air. Limit yourself to sharing your originality with tolerant friends and with those people who you are sure will appreciate your different and special way of being. Law number 22. Sort out the waters to ensure a good catch. Anger and emotions are strategically counterproductive. You should always remain calm and objective. But if you can infuriate your enemies, as long as you remain calm, you will gain a decisive advantage. Let your enemies discover the crack through which you can approach them and manipulate them. Law number 23. Despise what is free. Everything that is free is dangerous because it implies some trick or hidden commitment. Things that have value are worth paying for. In this way, you will not be obliged to any gratitude. You will be free of guilt and will avoid fraud and deception. The most intelligent thing is often to pay the full price. When we talk about excellence, there are no bargains. Be generous with your money, since generosity is a sign and magnet of power. Law number 24. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Coercion summons a reaction that, over time, can act against you. It is necessary to achieve, through seduction maneuvers, that others move in the direction you want. Once seduced, the person becomes your loyal servant. The most effective way to seduce someone is to skillfully handle their weaknesses in psychology. Weaken the resistance of the other through the manipulation of emotions, playing with what the other loves and values, or what they fear. If you ignore the heart and mind of others, they will end up hating you. Law number 25. Preach the need for change, but never change too much at once. In theory, everyone understands the need for change, but on the everyday level, man is a child of habit. Too much innovation is traumatic and will lead to rebellion. If you are new to a position of power or an outsider trying to build a power base, make a show of respecting the traditional way of doing things. If a necessary change is imposed, make it seem like a slight, positive modification of the past. Law number 26. Be changeable in your form. By taking a definite form and having a clear plan for everyone, you will become the target of various attacks. Instead of giving your enemies something concrete to attack, stay flexible, adaptable, and on the move. Accept the fact that nothing is fixed and there are no permanent laws. The best way to protect yourself is to remain as fluid and amorphous as water. Never bet on stability or a lasting order. Everything changes.